recording. Don't see anything awful about Ulfred.
Wilford, what a good little guy.
Moving right along.
Who the
Footloose
blazes
and
is
fancy
Alfred?
free.
I love.
All right, and we were. Where were you guys? The ground floor? No.
Yeah, because we were talking to the chef.
Yeah, we were in the chef room.
Yes.
The kitchen, they call it.
The kitchen, the chef room, they call it. What the hell? Luna randomly shooting people in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Okay. You've been speaking to Chef Gorgo, the most famous chef in Numeria. And he's been discussing a plan with you and Ulfred to make a heal potion appear as a meal. And he thinks he can prepare it essentially as an elaborate ritual, or recipe in this case, but it's basically a magic ritual. And he has most of the pieces he needs. One important piece being the heal spell, which Ulfred will provide. The other thing you will need is probably, the chef suggests, you should put it in one of the Black Sovereign's favorite meals, so that he's so excited to eat it that he doesn't really take long to examine it or look at it. Certainly you don't want his witch to examine it, and you will need to deal with, he says, the Dark Seers, which you should do anyway, because they are wholly evil, and they whisper nonsense into his ear every day.
Deal with them by, you mean dealing with them permanently?
He says, yeah.
Okay.
He says, I think you should cut their fucking heads off.
Are they just humans like the Black Sovereign?
They are. Mostly, they're witches. I don't know how long they last, how long they live. But they look like a bunch of old crones in black robes. And they do possess magical abilities. They are oracles of some dark god. And for whatever reason, they don't advocate against the Technic League. They seem to have some sort of pact of neutrality with the Technic League, that they don't trash them to him, and the Technic League doesn't do anything to get rid of them. But they fill his head full of paranoid nonsense about people that would be his allies otherwise.
How many of them? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think there's half a dozen of them. They live over in the northeast tower underneath Garton's lab.
Okay. Do they specialize in a certain kind of magic?
He says, I'm not sure, but I suspect they are oracles. So you can expect cleric or wizard type spells. Probably horrible shit.
How many passageways out of the main room that they are in?
They... Well, I don't go into their... They call it the chapel, is their area. It's east of here. You know, he kind of points east, southeast. It's like 200 feet that way across the Great Hall. The lower court Great Hall.
So effectively only one way in?
There is probably an entrance to the lower east gate, which is the Technic League gate. You guys, roll me a survival check if you buy it.
I don't buy it.
Then you can't roll.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but I'm not going to count it. You're just going to...
Okay. I've got no problem doing that. 18, suck it, bitch.
Wow.
Fuck.
Your,
It was almost a 20.
your natural 18 on a skill that cannot be rolled untrained gives you, Josh, a 0. A Crodden, you have
I succeed.
29. You are assisted by Luna, who has the skill, and by Nomgath, who has the skill. So the party has a 34 plus 0 survival check. What does that come to?
You're welcome, guys.
34.
34.0.
Only because
340.
That is correct. 34.0.
only because it's not the help is not multiplicative.
Thank
So,
you.
By Akradin and Luna and Nomcath's reckoning, the chapel is just maybe 50 feet north of the Borg closet you guys hid in for like hours yesterday. And so it's east of here across the Great Hall. It's right by the Borg closet that you guys hid in. It's
Okay.
downstairs from Gartone's lab. You could approach it any of those directions.
So this is my thought,
Yes.
because there's no way we're going to be able to take out a bunch of spellcasters quietly.
Yes.
So we go up into Gartone's lab. You do your pass wall thing to get us a way into there. As soon as that passageway is open, Ulfrid throws that stone wall across the way to block it. We fill the room with as many explosives and or area effect spells as possible, finish them off, and then teleport out of here for a day.
Oh my god, if only your character Gaspar was involved in this, Tim, you'd be so happy right now.
Ulfrid will express some concerns for the structural
Of
integrity
the
of the
building?
northeast corner of the palace if that plan is followed.
Okay, so I'll leave the Silex out, but we can use the pipe bombs.
Okay, restraint. Yeah. Yeah.
But Luna's Void Bow, your Lightning Bolt, as many, Cloud Kill if you've got that, anything area effect we can put down there, finish them off as quickly and as harshly as possible,
So
and then teleport out.
So your answer to we can't take these out quietly is to be as loud as fuck, right?
Because we have to make it as quick as possible.
What if we're the best ever, and we cast a
believe that.
silence into the room that they're in, so whenever all these explosions happen, no one can hear it, but we're outside the silence, so we can still cast spells into it.
Do we have silence?
I think I do. I think I bought like 8 scrolls of it because it's the best spell ever.
Oh, got it. It's a divine spell, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a mage spell for it,
Is it?
but I just didn't think anybody in the group had it.
See, yeah, I bought 4 scrolls of silence. Keep that shit
wow.
on me.
Okay. Well then, yes.
If you cast that on a bomb and the bomb blows up, does the silence go away?
No.
Okay.
It just simulates space.
Or, I mean, if they're witches, we just like run at them with silence on and cut them to pieces. They can't
Oh.
cast anything.
Does anybody have anti-magic field?
I do. But that would cancel out the silence too.
Yeah, but if we just anti-magic field them and then stabs them to death.
Me.
But that sounds noisy.
Oldburn does have
Me,
that
you-
nice sword.
Oh no,
right?
no.
I do. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brow.
Mr. Brow.
I forgot I have a sword too.
You have a cool sword.
There we go.
Not very good at it,
The brow trimmer.
but it's cool. Yeah, that's what he uses it for, to trim his unibrow. He has a fucking monster unibrow, too. Look at that noggin. Ulfrid
Yeah, he
points
trims it
out
really well.
that guns are loud, explosions are loud, whatever earthquakes, demolition charges, whatever else you're thinking of, those are also loud. Lightning bolts, very loud. Chain lightning, particularly loud. But stabbing an old woman to death in an anti-magic field, compared to those other things, pretty quiet. And this
Well-
building is very thick stone walls.
Could we get them to start a concert first? We got to get the old band back together. Anyway, it sounds like that's unnecessary, but I liked it and wanted to say it.
Well,
The
here's
chef
the
says
thing.
he'll provide a distraction.
I mean, if we're going, I didn't know silence was an option, so that's why I was thinking just set it off and be out of there in 30 seconds or less kind of thing. But if silence is an option, then yeah, you can just do the silence on like 4 of us, and we go in and just murder them. Easy enough.
Oh, I don't need to talk, right? Because I'm psychic. Silence won't do shit to me, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of funny.
I mean, out of our current group, the only one who'd be at any sort of disadvantage would be Olbrin. Although he has proven
Yeah, but
handy
he's
with
got
his
a
sword once in a
sword.
while.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, Nubcat.
I said that you have proven handy with that sword once in a while. I will give credit with that.
I can, because of the bracers I have, I can cast using silence.
Okay. Well then.
Maybe we can do that.
And how long does the silent spell last?
A few
Mm.
minutes. It's a scroll, so
Okay.
it's. I think that spell's minute per level, and then the way scrolls work in this game, it was probably cast by like a 2nd level goblin, so you get 2 minutes of silence.
Scrolls go off your level.
Oh,
Wands
okay,
go
it
off
lasts
the
for a
creator's
year and a
level.
half. Gotcha.
Year and a half. All right, then yeah, that sounds like a perfect thing. And you know what we can do is if we go down the main entryway, then we can have basically Ulfred play goalie at the door, make sure none of them escape.
Pretty good.
That works.
And if Oberon would be so kind as to bless me with a greater invisibility right before we get there, I can kick things off by making sure that the most powerful one is the first one that suddenly goes down.
Depending on how it works, I can. Ooh, can I? No, I can't do. Never mind. Never mind. That'd be OP. That'd be abusing my powers. I was gonna say I could envis you and throw you at the same time, but I can't do that.
Don't need to do that. I can just sneak in there and position
Yeah, but
myself. and
invis
then-
throwing you is much more fun on my end.
True. I cannot argue the results that I've seen with it so far. Okay, somebody's doodling.
The
I'm
chef draws you a map of their corner of the tower in tomato sauce on one of the tables. He says there's this circular northern chamber, which I've never been in and don't ever want to go in. That is their dorm, but I understand that it has stairs that go up to Gartone's lab. And then their main room has a door to the south and a door to the west. And that's where they have their sort of like prayer meetings. It's like a little temple thing. I've seen through the doorway in there. It looks like a creepy, evil little temple. So west door, south door, and then stairs up.
About how much distance between the west and the south door?
You're guessing less than 50 feet.
So, in other words, Ulfred could put a stone wall up at an angle and block those 2 doors off.
Yeah?
And then all we have to do is make sure they didn't go up the stairs.
Enrique, you forgot to put a comma there, bud. You said just murdering Ulfred instead of just murdering Ulfred.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
pretty
good one.
serious comma.
Yeah, forgot
My bad.
that.
Forgot
Forgot that
about it.
comma.
My bad. Punctuation's not my strong suit.
Yeah. Okay, so Ulfred, you're talking about his
Wall of Stone, if he
Wall of
has it. I know
Stone?
he's done it once. Or was it Wall? No, he did Wall of Iron once, I think.
He's done Wall of Iron. I don't know if he's used
Yeah.
Wallstone.
I remembered
Yeah, I
Wall.
remember that iron one.
He has Wall of Iron, Wall of Clockwork, Wall of Stone, Wall of Fire, and Wind Wall.
And apparently light.
Maybe all the wall.
And apparently what, right?
Light.
I clicked
Oh.
that. Yeah. Foundry suddenly moved all the spells, made me click the wrong one. Wall of Iron, 5 foot square per level. So he could lock up a pretty big area with that. Wall of Clockwork, similar space. Wall of
Except
Stone.
that's not impassable. You can go through Wall of Clockwork.
Yeah, Wall of Stone though, pretty good.
So how are you proposing we utilize this Wall of Stone? Just so I'm sure I'm following Namcat.
So
So I pass wall, get us in there, and then
well, I mean, if we have stairs down into it from Garton's lab, then we don't need to do pass wall. We can just
okay,
bum rush.
okay,
It's just that Ulfred's going to have to rocket boots into the main area, and it's sort of L-shaped, just south to the of the circular dorm room that we'd be coming into.
okay.
And L-shaped to the west. So if he can
Okay.
get down into that room and then put a diagonal line across that back end of the room to block off those two doors to keep them from escaping.
Oh, okay. So
they
we
only-
come in from one side, he blocks off the other, and then we sandwich him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Although he's probably going to have to. No offense to Ulfred, he's going to have to come down the stairs with us and just rocket boot his way through the fight to get there. I don't think he'd be able to sneak his way all the way around.
What is his movement on with rocket boots?
Pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
He can do. God, guys, make me look up all the Ulfred shit here.
Yep.
Where are they? Boots. Where are your boots?
On his feet.
Oh, they're not called boots. I was searching for the word boots. They're thruster heels.
Now, don't you feel dumb, GM?
30 enhancement to your athletics check to jump. So that puts him in like 20, 30 foot lateral range.
Okay, so not as far as I thought.
Or if he has fly up, they add 30 to his fly speed when he activates them. So
That's 80 feet of fly. Fuck.
Yeah, we can fly.
that's
Yeah.
that's the way. Yeah, that's what he's been doing, I think.
Does he have a way to fly? If not, I've got a wand and I can whack the shit out of him with it.
He has.
I also have potions of fly.
He is carrying 269 pounds of equipment, just so you know.
Nice.
Yep.
Don't bother him none.
That's what I squat every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I'm just gonna assume it was huge.
No, sorry. I got distracted fixing a bug in here. All right. Remind me your question about Ulfred's. His fly, he has 3 potions of fly.
Okay. So that would give him the maneuverability to get there to do the block.
Okay. So are we doing the silent spell there? Whatever your
We'd prep
name
the
is?
silent spell like right before we
Okay.
bust our way in.
Okay.
And then obviously whoever we put the silent spells on, we spread out to try and cover as many people as possible, keep them from casting.
Who do we put the silent spell on, though?
I was thinking me. Well, it's going to be me and Luna at the very.
Luna's a spellcaster.
Yeah, but she's also melee, so she's going to be.
I'm also melee. As long as I pre-buff beforehand, I'll be good to go.
Yeah, we'll pre-buff and then silence and go.
Yeah, but you're gonna be visible. You're gonna get chewed up, and you're gonna need to do some healing. So I would put it on Numbcath, I think.
At most, I don't really need. I can expend spell slots to heal myself.
Okay, so it doesn't have to.
Yeah, your
You're
healing
not actually
doesn't.
casting a spell.
Its healing doesn't. I don't know. Does it say it has a verbal component, right? If it doesn't, then you're.
No, it's I literally
Okay.
expend a spell slot.
Okay,
She
cool.
just sort of grunts and looks like she's pooping for a second.
Gotcha.
Hey, wait.
Maybe we'll finally get through some of her billion hit points.
Nope.
What if there's barbarians in there with the spellcasters? You know?
Huh?
What if there's
big beefy fighter types in the silent spell with us?
big beefy farter types? Yes. What does
Yeah.
a farter type look like there?
Every single living creature in this building aside from us and the crones. What if there's like a bunch of, 13th, 14th level barbarians in the room too, hanging out? I don't
Yeah.
think the plan
I
changes.
think we
just-
might be pretty screwed.
Yeah, just be ready for that to maybe happen.
I'm asking I don't remember the chef's name. Are the crones known to hang out with any of the barbarians or have guards of any kind?
No, they all are kind of creeped out by him and avoid them generally.
Okay.
But if you make enough
Oh,
noise,
that's
they
good.
will come running to protect them.
For
Because
sure.
They know they're
Sure.
under the sovereign's guard.
Another reason to block off those doorways.
Correct. Okay.
Do you
I'm
think,
about it.
Chef, do you think that the sovereign will just like eat dinner the day that all of his crones are murdered?
No, we're going to do that before he gets murdered. Before we feed him.
Yeah, but he's going to be
with
too
that
sad
kind of-
to eat a veal burger.
With that kind of things to happen, as soon as we're done murdering, maybe we'll have time for a little bit of looting, and then we need to teleport the hell out of there and lay low for about a day.
How long? How long is it going to take you to craft the heel burger once we have all the ingredients ready?
He says, I can prep everything else for... I can prep everything else overnight. I'll take some go nuts and start prepping overnight, but I'll need the meat pretty soon. I'll need I'll need the meat at least 6 hours before I serve if I'm going to make something that he really likes and will instantly pick up and eat without thinking.
What kind of meat does he need?
Well, I can tell you what his favorite is, but it's not easy to get.
Okay.
What's his favorite?
Well,
Human meat. Human
Well,
oh my god, Enrique! His favorite delicacy in Numeria is dead Enrique characters.
No.
Oh, that's pretty easy to come by, actually.
Yeah, just
Hold
go
still,
dig
Mr.
up the
Brown.
choking tower.
Hold still, Mr. Brown. This is
Oh,
no!
I got one right here. Just give him a
My
little
brain
pinky.
is so huge and delicious.
Mm. No, his favorite meat is a burger, but a very specific meat of burger that's very rare and hard to get. And he hasn't had it in a long time. He'd be very excited to have it again.
All right, where is
Do you
it?
have
Where
the
do you
meat,
normally
or
get
we
it?
need to get it for you?
I don't have any. It is a creature that lives out on the wastes, and it's very dangerous.
Can we get a name for it? I mean, I might have heard of this thing.
He says, I'll tell you, but I hesitate to even say the name because people tend to freak out when you say this name. But
Is it Tokala?
no. Well, yeah, we could eat Tokala. He's a rare beast. The meat is from a creature known as, this is its nickname, the Juvie Tarask.
Oh,
Sounds
It's
Yeah?
bad.
not a real Tarask. It's not at all. He looks at you like he's trying to sell you a bill of goods here. It is not at all. It may be a distant cousin because it looks remnant, but it's smaller. It's killable. It's not a world-ending monster. It is a big, tough, nasty Numerian desert beast called the Juvie Tarask.
Could I do a knowledge local to have heard stories and rumors about this thing?
Sure.
Okay.
You are a
I would
Numerian
like
local.
to, but my foundry is. If you could roll it for me, tell me my foundry is messed up.
Jesus Christ,
That
my
was a
rolls
lot of
today.
Who the
And
fuck is
that
that
Sound! Whoa!
What is that sound? Did you set that on your dice? No.
Yes, I did. That's why I said I like dice so
That's
nice.
awesome. All
And if
right,
you didn't
Dice and
notice,
Ice
there
is
was
winning me over a little bit.
Okay,
was-
we can
there-
set that
there was
up
a
for
sh-
you, Josh.
There was a shatter logo, a shatter thing underneath the D20.
Yeah. I think maybe
I have
for
another one.
Josh, when Josh rolls a natural 20, I'll have it play one of his guitar solos, and when he rolls a natural 1, I'll have it play one of his banjo solos.
Yeah.
I've got
Disappoint
another one
everybody
for
in
when I
the
roll,
room.
when I roll natural 20.
That was fucking funny. I was not aware of that feature at all.
I thought Tim triggered that on the soundboard or something.
Yeah, me too.
Nope. Nope.
I was like, oh, look,
What happened?
Fucking
I'm
Knockout
gonna say
rolled a
actually,
1,
because
and it,
foundry's fucked up.
yeah, and Foundry went,
Okay.
womp, 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 like it did a sad horn.
Oh, nice.
Nope. All right.
It did-
And there was also there was also kind of a shattering glass sound too, and there's a shatter graphic that shows up under the die. But you got to set it up.
Cool.
That's why the last week I tried to roll 100 d20s to see if I could get one of them to trigger.
Man, what are these Cubs fan dice? There it is.
Wait, who's the Cubs fan?
Luna's rolling
Luna.
blue and red dice.
No, just
Are you
my
okay,
favorite colors.
Josh? There you go. See, no, don't get upset, Josh.
Yeah, but for those of you who are interested, if you go into the Dice So Nice shoot, I can't remember the configuration for it. You can set.
It's special effects.
Cool.
So you can put animations and sounds for whatever die, whatever you want to roll. So like, if you wanted to cheer, if you wanted to, you could roll it. You could have it set up to if you rolled the D100 and you rolled a 69, have some voice go nice.
Problem is, those I tried to put it in my own sound file, but it won't let me.
Ah,
That's fun.
might
You
need
got to upload it
GM.
into yeah.
Might need GM perps to do that. But if you guys want that stuff, get the MP3 squared away, and I'll set it up. That includes you, Josh, sound engineer. If you want a special sound for your Nat 20s and Nat 1s or whatever.
Okay.
Just make sure when you do set it, there is a save button you have to hit to accept it. If you just exit out, it won't save it.
Let's see. This and then this. Getting you guys you made the knowledge local check. Nomcath rolled a 1, which goes to a 21, which with Mr. Brow's 39 goes to a 23. Good assistance with that 39.
Or his 39 could go to 41 with my 21.
No.
No, okay.
If you don't declare who's aiding who first, I get to cheat you on that.
Foundry was broken for me. I would.
No! There it is.
That was intense. I gave into that.
Okay. Nomcath, your people have heard of it. They are very rare, but even though they're very rare, it's usually known what region they're living in because nothing else lives there. Nothing lives there for long. They move from area to area somewhat randomly. They're solitary usually. And if there's anything alive there, it will eat it. If there's a town, it will level it and eat everyone. If there's an infestation of monsters, it will level it and eat it. If there's a graveyard full of heinous undead zombies, it will stomp in there and eat them all and destroy everything. It gives 0 fucks. That's why it's called the Juvie Tarask. It's similar to the Tarask in its random, wanton destruction.
Is this thing a fucking kaiju?
It's big. Legends say it is big, bigger than an elephant or a dinosaur. You know, it's a big critter.
Huh?
But like he'd eat beef, right?
Yeah.
He'd also eat beef.
He said the chef
Not his
says
favorite though.
he says there's a 3-part strategy here. 1, I will serve turkey and kale hot dogs for lunch. The barbarians will eat turkey and kale hot dogs, but they will be mad and they will be very hungry soon after. Because that's a very light thing and they prefer big, heavy, rich things. These are
Right.
these are people who burn 5,000 calories a day. So, just being angry. He said, so step 1, give them a light lunch so they're hungry. Step 2, eliminate the crones so the sovereign has no forewarning that this is happening. Step 3, put a meal in front of him so delicious that he just picks it up and eats it without thinking or checking or having a poison taster or anything like that. Although, since it's a benevolent effect, it would pass a poison test. Won't hurt anyone. But his poison tester is an old dude who is bad knees, and so if the heal spell suddenly exhibits an effect on that man.
I mean, he's not going to eat enough. If we're making a whole meal out of it, a poison taster isn't going to eat enough to do much.
He says that's a bit
Depends
of
on
a
how
risk.
bad his knees are.
They're pretty bad. You can hear him crack and poppling when he goes up and down the steps.
He must have taken an arrow to it when he was younger.
No.
There it is.
No.
Huh.
Skyrim jokes.
Okay, so we go get this meat, then we take out the crones, then we serve him dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And while you're gone, I will serve a light, healthy lunch to infuriate the barbarians. They'll be starving by dinner time.
So we should time this correctly, right? Like we might need
Uh-huh.
a day or 2 to find and kill this mega creature. And then you turkey hot dog these poor boys.
And on top of that, it's probably once we take out the witches, like I said, we're probably going to need to lay low for about a day, just to let stuff kind of calm down a little bit.
Well, wait, we're killing them before we feed him the Heelburger, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have to, or they'll warn him.
Okay. Well, so do we want to kill them first, then go hunt the beasts? Because otherwise, we're gonna have to find like an ice box or something for the.
That's not
meat.
a bad idea actually.
I was
Because
wondering
while we're
about
hunting
that.
it gives him time to calm down.
But what's the reaction going to be if he finds all his crones assassinated all
He'll
of a
get
sudden?
new crones.
He'll get
I
new
feel like
crones.
That's
yeah.
what I thought. Yeah. I'll just get new ones.
He believes very much in astrology and divination, communing with higher powers, etc. He will go. He will.
How would
bring
he
in-
select new crones?
He will test them to see if they can predict the future or perform other feats of divination magic.
Mhm. None of us are good at that, I assume.
No, I can lightning
Oh,
bolt
Wolverine
him in the
can't be-
ass, but that's about it.
What is
I
my
predict you
future?
get a
Your
charge out of
future
it.
is lightning bolt.
I
Yeah.
predict you get a charge out of this.
Oh,
Oh. Guys gotta move to Oklahoma.
Yeah. All right, so we pretty much have to hit the crones before, not right before, but closer to dinner time. He really doesn't have a chance to know that they're gone.
Or, yeah, take out. Yeah, I guess so. Any like friendly crones that we could put in as the replacement ones? We haven't ever really encountered any witches, have we?
Mm-mm.
You did in my simulation, says Cassandra. You didn't like her at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So we kill the Tarask, the Juvie Tarask. Come back with its. What part of it do we come back with?
He says he describes in sort of butcher terms like, oh, you can get this the flank, you can get this sirloin, you can get the fillet from here. It's a huge beast, so really any parts. And he said while you're at it, you should get its claws and some of its armor plates and some skin if you can. Take a really, really high grade skinning knife and tools.
That was my next question. Yeah, do we have the right tools to skin it and butcher it properly?
It's out of work, and I hold up the light sword. I mean, it's not going to be precise cuts, but
That might cook it as you're cutting it. I don't know.
Could you eject like just a little bit of the blade of that thing, so then it's like a skinning knife instead of a big old sword?
I haven't messed with it to see if there's any controls like that, but I could try.
Maybe it's got a knob.
I'm already liking the sprawl of this quest.
He'd eat beef, right?
I'll eat
I've
beef.
never left the city. You guys better we have good accommodations. Like, can Cassandra make us a nice tent?
Oh, we got a great
Something like
tent.
Yeah.
Best tent you ever did see.
I think we're gonna be staying in the gut of a large creature.
Well, the best tent, Josh.
Yeah.
What about?
Oh, okay, not the best tent, but it's close.
Well, what do you mean? Hold on, wait. Are we talking about the gut still? I'm not sleeping in it.
No.
Wait a sec. And then he just reads your mind. And he's like, oh, okay. That's what it was.
Does your tent have a hot tub? I think not.
Got a beach. Well, technically it doesn't, but you got the water, not the sand part. So
That is sad. That's
What's
still
up?
I can never take as a blood raider and be with flight.
Isn't it a dimensional pocket on an ocean planet where we set down bedrolls on a bunch of floating debris?
yeah,
Oh,
but it's
that
cool,
sounds nice.
as in not hot, which is that itself is holy crap.
It is cool, though.
Just don't want any roaches coming in while I'm sleeping. As long as they were at the location, we good, right? When they set up here in the city, too.
I mean, there might be some sea serpents down there. We haven't tried diving in, but
Well, yeah. When do we set out?
There could be sea serpents under your bedroll.
sounds like we can. The first thing is we gotta do is figure out is probably start tracking down some rumors to see where one of these things might have been spotted.
Let them come. I'll bite 'em to pieces.
And Numeria is a
Yeah,
pretty
I can
big
go
place.
out. Well, I can wander around the city and scan people, see if anyone knows anything. It might take a while though.
Most of the city folk won't know much. Honestly, we need to find my people. They'd be the ones most likely to have wandered around in an area where they might have seen some signs.
Shall we tell the chef that we'll come back and speak to him again once we've got the stuff? That way he doesn't turkey hot dog them too soon.
He
Exactly.
says, yes, I will not turkey hot dog them until you have brought me some manner of exotic meat. The other thing you guys know about that even Chef Gorgo doesn't know about is the sea serpents of the Scar of the Spider.
Yeah, but that's been sitting there forever, and we don't know if it'd be any
Oh, no,
good.
you'd have to catch a fresh one.
Okay.
That thing died months ago.
All right.
But it is
Well,
a rare and unique meat.
Would it be easier to just find the dead one and raise dead it, and then
Oh my
all be
God.
standing around it, chopping it as it comes up?
Holy fuck.
What about a sea serpent? Would that work?
He says, maybe. I don't know if he's ever had sea serpent.
Yeah,
He
but
might be a
then
little suspicious of it.
yeah. That's what I think. Plus, I mean, it'd be fishy. I don't know if they'd make a good burger.
Could do sea serpent crab cakes.
Because we know where there's, well, kind of where one is around here.
In a country that's 99% desert, you know where
Fish burgers are nasty, full stop.
Yeah, we kind of kicked its ass once.
Oh, you're talking about that one?
Yeah.
I think Takala's wearing armor made out of it.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So we can use that as a fallback if we can't figure out where this Junior Tarask is.
All right. Do we know where to start looking for one of these GVTs?
Well, honestly, I was thinking if we can find one of my folks' caravans. I mean, they get around, they hear a lot of rumors, they spread a lot of rumors. It sounds like the kind of story that they might have picked up.
Okay. Well, let's go see Nomcath fam.
Okay.
May not be direct fam, but you know, one of the catfolk caravans around here. There's probably at least one group in the city somewhere.
Shall we find them then?
Yeah. Let's go see what we can find.
Okay. Let's
Right,
see.
yep, do we need to teleport out of here, or how are we going to get out?
That's gonna be the hard part, yeah.
Akradin, you can roll a knowledge nobility for city politics and technically politics.
Boom.
Normally, the Technic League maintains teleport either wards or teleport alerts all over the palace and Technic League compound. Since the compound is all but annihilated, and the Technic League is retreated to various hideouts, you're not sure if they're going to be putting them back up on the palace, but you could, as a Technic League captain, arrange for them to not do that this week.
Oh, yes. Who would I need to speak to? Zernabeth?
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Any
go
of
do
the-
this.
Or Elias, either of the other captains. If you're willing to do that, then that's considered done. There'll be no teleport warnings if you guys beam in or out of the palace, and there'll be no wards to stop you.
Absolutely, yes. I arranged this.
You suspect there might be permanent wards on the throne chamber, so just don't try it up there. But Gartone's lab, it looks like he flew in and out so that he never triggered the wards. And he had a key that passed all the traps on the window. And the key has been obliterated, but so have the traps. The key, some, like half of Enrique's former characters, the key is buried under a building. He's,
Right?
what's that, Enrique?
It's the same, more than half.
Yeah, maybe 2/3.
What about what's the chef's name, Toby? I've just completely blanked on it. I'm sorry.
Gorgo.
Gorgo.
Gorgo Ransom.
Good golly. What about when we get the meat and stuff? We just teleport it directly here to your kitchen. And I'm not noisy.
Yes, bring it here.
Okay. Is there ever likely to be anyone in here that's a danger to us? That's
Yes.
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 Okay.
Constantly. I'm surprised nobody's wandered in here in the last 20 minutes.
It's fine. We can teleport to Garton's room, and then you can just invis me.
Yeah, but we still got to get the stuff here, so I want to make
That's what
sure
I'm saying. When we come to deliver it, I can bring it down here.
Oh,
I got
shit.
the bag of holding.
Look who's here.
Oh!
That's it. That's all you get.
You're gonna invis carry a carcass through the palace?
Yeah, I got a bag of holding. And it's not like we're gonna bring a full carcass. We're not even gonna be bringing 100 pounds of the meat here.
How much do we actually need? Did he say? I forgot.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Okay, well, I mean,
He said to
I
feed
got
the
about-
entire hall takes 200 pounds of meat.
Oh.
I got room in the bag for that.
What did we get ourselves into this time?
Oh man, it's nuts.
No,
Without
it's meat.
you here to stop them,
Oh.
I have let the Operation Heelburger quest sprawl to epic proportions. It is now a 3-step, highly dangerous plan that involves Kale and assassination.
And
That is all
unfortunately, you talked me out of mass explosions.
I did have Alfred roll a knowledge engineering check on their first draft plan, which was to just fill the northeast wing with Silex explosions.
I'm talking about
To
filling
kill
it
the
with
crones. It was a
silence.
noble.
Yeah.
They were
Just
going
enough
to
smoke.
Eldrin funeral the crones.
No, that was not the original. The plan was not that. It was just to take them out within 30 seconds, so that nobody would have a chance to respond. And we
I mean, I was looking forward to the damage numbers. I was already thinking about how much damage does Garton's expansive alchemical laboratory falling on the crones' heads going to do? Like 200 d6.
Okay, but
Wait,
hear me
but
out.
that's a bad plan somehow?
But hear me out. Can we run a simulation of that?
Yes, the simulation results in 727 damage to the crones.
Sold.
They make a reflex save, they have evasion, they take 0.
Damn it, that's stupid.
This game is dumb.
But see, now you just completely ruined the opportunity, because see, I could have been standing outside the room in the barbarian disguise. When they all show up, looking at what the fuck just happened, I just kind of shake my head sadly. Well, I guess they didn't see that coming.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Hmm. So the
That
current
would be
plan,
hilarious.
Alfred, is we're going to go kill a Juvie Tarrasque. Is that right, Toby?
Yeah.
Which is the favorite meal.
It's not a
of-
Tarrasque.
Yeah, it's not a Tarrasque. It's a Juvie Tarrasque, which is the favorite meal of the Black Sovereign. We're going to bring that back. The cook is going to prep it. While he's prepping it, he's going to feed everybody a diet of, what did you say, Toby?
Kale
Veggie
and
hot dogs. Yeah, kale and hot dogs, so that they're really hungry.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go
feed them vegan hot dogs so they're mad.
assassinate all the crones, and then feed him the heel burger. because he won't. The Gorgo tends to think he won't. He'll be so hungry he won't question the Heelburger at that point. And the crones will be dead, so they can't warn him about it. So that is the current plan we're working on.
Okay. That's a plan.
What a plan it is.
To kick off this plan, we're going to head into town and try and see if there is a catfolk caravan around, because that's not, the rumors of this sort of thing sounds like exactly the kinds of stories they would collect in their travels.
Okay, Akrodin, you need to contact the TL and let them know not to put the wards back up.
I'll take care of it. I'll take as long as that takes to speak with captains, make sure the wards don't go back up. That way we get away with all of our bullshit.
Okay, where do we need to be to start looking for your catfolk friends there, Numcath?
Probably most likely to find one in one of the merchant areas. Depends on how the city kind of views the caravans. I mean, some of them for some reason or other just don't like us having us around, so they won't let us bring the whole caravan in. We have to go park outside somewhere. So I don't understand why.
All right, do you want me to teleport everybody somewhere to start working from?
Yeah, might as well, because it's not like we can actually walk out of here.
You want to go to the hospital or hideout? Where?
Which one's closer to one of the main kind of middle class merchant areas?
Let's see. The Mercenary Guild is close. Abernethy's house. The hospital's pretty close to everything. There's the Grit Forge. Your Slay and Pipe secret sewer lair. Not that you guys probably ever want to stay down there. It smells like a sewer. That is safe to use. Actually, the Theros safe house is safe for you guys to use too, and it's right over by the slot bag.
Yeah, but I'm looking for merchant area where one of the catfolk caravanners might be. I can find
They
one.
will be coming in through the Sovereign Gate. They will probably be staying in Killbox, or if they have a lot of money and serious business, like they're selling magic items they found, they might get to go to Grit Forge and sell things. So probably the south central part of the city down in this area.
Okay, so looks like the Slay and Pipe would be the closest place you would know to teleport to.
Slaying pipe, good old slaying pipe. How many people can I take on a TP, Toby?
1 per 4 levels. And yourself. Let's see, I'm looking at your old hideouts here. Yeah. I may actually not have what's his butt's secret lair anymore. Yes, an evil real estate agent has run off with Theros Hollywood's secret lair, so it's gone.
Wait, who ran out with what?
An evil real estate agent. I was looking for places you guys could. You were looking for somewhere to teleport to, but I think for Nomcast purposes, Slay and Pipe is the closest.
Okay, do we all need to go, or just a few of us?
Don't need all to go. It's just me trying to catch up with my kin. Find somebody there, then get myself invited back to their camp, so I can just start talking to some of the Gray Furs about these kinds of rumors.
I think Olbrun can take himself +4 because it's one
Yeah.
extra person per every 3 levels. I can like sit in Garton's lab for an hour and change spells, and then get teleport and go talk to the Technic League. So they don't re-up the wards.
If you guys want to join me, it's fine. Just just
Well, we all need to be out of here at some point to
Yeah.
go off and do the quest. So you say 3 levels, so I can take what 5 people with me? 5 people total.
Sounds right. I think
Or no,
last time
6
you
people.
were doing 4.
Yeah, it's 4 people.
If it's 3 levels, I'm 15th.
It's 1 per every 4 levels.
4. Okay.
You can bring along 1 additional medium creature per 3 caster levels.
Oh, 3. Oh, okay.
And you guys are
15th.
There you go. 6 total.
Okay, we all go then.
There you go.
It's the whole party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that place very well, so I'll need to use a 5th level. Okay. Not working.
What's wrong?
No, never mind. I don't remember how the freaking macros work.
I don't
Sorry.
remember how the macros work. That's a real cool sound effect, though. Dang.
Hell yeah.
And your accuracy is a 69. I don't know why it rolled that. Oh, that's the teleport accuracy.
Yeah, but it's a place I know very well, so.
Yeah? You know 69 really well? Did you just say that and you weren't joking? I thought you were making the joke.
I wasn't actually. I should have been.
You fool!
Yes.
You fool!
Fool.
Like I said, we need to get an audio file of somebody saying nice, and then set that anytime somebody
Nice.
rolls 69%.
High five!
Can you make
Very
an audio?
nice.
Can you make an audio file of Matt Berry saying nice?
Nice. Yes, I totally can.
It'll never happen again, but it'll be there. For the next time
Toby?
it happens.
Yes?
I need to get imbued with flight. I put on my sword.
Nice.
Okay.
That way I can surfboard on my sword, every so often.
Well, that's one way to do it. Let's see.
Nice.
All right.
Neat.
How big is your sword?
Pretty big.
Sword size?
It's great sword size.
Okay. I was hoping it was like the... Yeah, bigger.
It'd be more like a skateboard than a surfboard. A really long skateboard.
Effectively, this little anime short is what I'm thinking of. It's freaking flying in, and she just like jumps on top of it.
Is Luna dressed like that?
No, it'd be fucking hilarious.
It is in order to get the spell cheaper, you have to actually bond it to a particular magical outfit.
What is this funny, fuzzy bunny titty anime? What the fuck?
No, it's not from any
Shit,
anime.
man.
No,
This is
it's
from
not.
Pornhub.com.
Actually, no, it's this was actually done back in '83.
Yeah, that doesn't
For a
mean it's
convention
okay,
called
it
Daikon
predates
4.
Pornhub, but it's meant for it clearly.
For a
This-
what? Daikon 4?
Daikon 4.
This animated GIF is banned
What
in
is it?
Texas.
Is it a game?
Probably Florida next. Now, Kath, you watch out.
No, this is probably. Here are some of the random clips from it. I've heard just beat the shit out of random things,
Huh. Where is... I guess I don't have any... I'll try this one.
And then, of course, her, dueling fucking Darth Vader.
I'm so confused. I lost audio for a second there, but I don't. Why are we watching Bulma do all sorts of things?
I don't know.
Rye has pulled us off into quite
Yep.
the tangent.
Rye randomly decided titty anime.
No, but who is she?
Okay, you gotta let it go though. Make your will save, everybody. Make your fucking will save.
No need.
But she's dressed like a bunny.
Alfred, no need. Does that mean you're immune to it or you're submitting to it fully?
Oh, I'm immune to anime.
Oh, good. That's a good power to have. That is not the playlist I thought it was. All right. So, we teleport to this side of town. Then Nomcath makes an incredible knowledge local check to find some of his kin.
I don't need to keep putting non-detect on us, do I, or do I?
Not anymore. We've pretty much dismantled the Technic League, and the ones that are left are, in theory, on our side.
I mean,
In theory, thank you.
but what about he who shall not be named?
If I'm not looking for you, I wouldn't worry about it.
I honestly don't know who you're talking about, though.
Unity.
Oh, I assumed it was an A.
Fendley's dad.
Non-detection won't help versus Unity.
Oh, awesome. Great to know.
I don't know. You think it would detect us leaving?
Thermal masking, EMP fields jamming, that might help.
Well, that voice needs a little work.
Do you think
Wow.
you'll detect D's nuts?
Wow.
Whoa! Coming in hot from steel chair, top rope.
That was pretty good.
Boom.
And unfortunately, my joke got cheered over.
No.
Your math joke, I see
Do you
that
think
now.
you'll detect D's nuts?
Can't click it either. All right, you rolled a 35
Anti-tech
knowledge
field.
level.
It takes division to defeat units.
Oh, it's supposed to be Unity. I typoed. I have a cat in the way.
You're a unit. Focus, motherfuckers.
All right, 35 local check. Is that what you said? I'm
Yep.
good.
You gonna head out into the city and see if you can find some?
Yep.
What are we looking for?
Numbcast looking for his family.
For some kin.
Oh, they're in the city?
You gonna walk around openly? Normally, you guys, not just to hide your catfolkness, but to hide your faces. You're hooded, you're disguised, you're invisible, you're running over rooftops. You're just gonna walk down the street with your face showing and look for somebody, or? What's your
Yeah,
plan?
Would I know where anyone is, having
put my tech away.
been from? Since I'm from here, would I know an area he could go to try to find them?
Yes, you can roll knowledge local also. You're the one. You could actually be.
I did.
You did 40. Yeah, you guys together. You're 40 knowledge local check. You know the right area of town. You know people here. You talk to a couple vendors, typically fences who buy stuff from scavengers out on the waste. This exact sort of people deal with catfolk, and they're like, "Yep, there is a tribe in town. They just brought in a whole collection of random old beat up looking robot parts maybe and sold them to somebody buying just like a block from here, and they are resupplying at the general store right across the street." And then he looks at Nomcath. He says, "You know your people, they're going to get what they need and they're going to go, so
Yeah,
you should
thanks.
go quick."
Thanks. And I will hurry on across.
Okay. Let's see. I don't have full sheets for these, so I'll just give you this. You enter a general store and immediately see 3 catfolk look at you. And the store owner goes, "Is this a friendly meeting? because they just sort of stare at you and you stare at them.
I kind of smile and move up, and just give a small respectful bow, and in catfolk language. Greetings. Has the road been calm and the tales plentiful?
There is a young woman who is talking to the vendor, and she looks at the other two and continues talking to the vendor. It looks like she's hurried to get the business done. But this big, it strikes you that this guy is like the size of Tokala or Luna. Very tall, broad-shouldered. He's built like a truck. For a catfolk, that's kind of rare.
Yeah.
And he steps over, holds out a claw for your customary handshake, and says, I'm Jarek. This is Shayu. Kiru is concluding our business. What brings you here, cousin?
I meet the handshake. Actually, I was hoping to be invited back to your camp and swap tales. There's information that I'm willing to share and information I'm seeking to gain.
He says, we have no camp, but if you have one, we would come to it. If you would return us the favor of finding us the cleanest water in the city. All the water in the city seems to smell and taste a certain,
It's not the best water in here. Fortunately,
the cleanest water you've ever tasted in Numeria is the stuff Ulfred makes when you guys need him to.
Yeah. Alfred, did you come with us to meet my folk?
Aye.
Well, you could bring them back to the hospital. I think that's.
Oh, that's true. Actually, that would work. That would work. I know of a place where we can get some water. How big is your group?
They say 12.
12. Okay, yeah, we could do that. A place to rest away from distrustful folk and some fresh water.
Let's see. Oh, there's the. Okay. Sorry, I just found you guys' rope trick map. It was really funny.
Yep.
Funny fucking place to camp. Okay. 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 You bring them back to the
hospital.
Hospital area, and you see, half an hour later, 12 or so catfolk walk in with you. And
Alfred, would you? Or I would have asked before doing it. Just, Alfred, would you mind spending some spells to create some clean water for my kin?
Not at all, boyo. I can do that all day.
Appreciate it. I just wouldn't want to assume you would do so without asking.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so I can do it whenever.
Thank you.
Okay.
So in that case, what I would do then is, while we're waiting for the rest of them to join, is I would basically start getting containers and having Alfred fill them up.
Okay. They take kind of a sip of it immediately, and they go, "Oh, that's perfect. That's like mountain lake water." They look at Ulfred and his gear and his, probably blast worn hands from working in the forge or whatever you've been up to today. They think, you must be a cleric you must come from the most clearest, beautiful mountain lands to create water like this.
Actually, I come from a giant trash heap.
They go, oh, so you're from Scrapwall.
Aye.
Diplomacy.
Dwarven diplomacy.
Honesty. They said they've been through Scrapwall. It's a terrible place. They think it's remarkable that someone so wonderful and helpful.
It got better for a while, and then unfortunately, the Technic League stirred trouble there.
She says, Kiro says, yes, we've noticed there seem to be less of them. She glances uneasily at Akradin, who I think still wears his technically captain badge out.
Absolutely. It gives me a bonus to AC.
Yep. Never know when you might need that.
It comes up.
And they look over nervously at him, at Akradin. Namkath just kind of smiles. There's stories in the winds of changes, of people coming and convincing some to change their ways and remove those who oppressed others. Amazing, the things you can hear. And I kind of see it as a folk way. Is this kind of roundabout bragging? You know, you never said you actually do anything. You only hear stuff. You know what I mean?
The cat full humble
It was
brag.
him. He did it. He killed the Technic League.
Mayonda says in passing.
Mayanda's here?
Yeah, she's at the hospital. So is Dinvaya. So is Isuma.
Oh, that's right, because the whole... That's right, I forgot the whole group came.
Oh, yeah, there's Takala's orcs are here. They say hello
What
to
you
the
talking
catfolk.
about? I killed a few of them.
Some of them know each other. Even the Technic League captains themselves have been stopping by here to converse with. You'd notice that Nalki has just endless questions for Isuma, both about her people and about the Scar of the Spider. So, with permission, she's been bringing and bribing Isuma with whatever she can to just talk.
And Takala's there.
And Tokala's there going,
She doesn't know shit. She just shoots guns real good.
So, after we get them water and share some hospitality and basically just talk with stuff, Namkath will finally broach the subject. I seek stories of a particular kind, my friends and cousins. Epic ones of a great beast known to kill everything in its area. Some say it's related to a mythic thing called a Tarask, though others say it's not. Have you perhaps heard of such a thing?
she looks and says, related to a Tarask, a devastating beast. There is, on our last pass through the north of Starfall, an area where our scouts, she looks at Jarek, who nods, he sort of continues, he says, there were no wasps. He says, these great chunks of desert, you pass through and there are these fucking wasps. Maybe you guys have seen them. You guys did encounter them in Scar the Spider, but you avoided them mostly.
Something similar, yes.
They're the size of a person. They can stun you, sedate you, put you to sleep, drag you back to their hive, and inject your body full of the eggs of their young, which then eat their way out of you weeks later. It's one of the most horrible ways to die in Numeria, and that is saying something.
They also don't like hurricane force winds. We found that out.
He says, well, there is an area of the wastes north of Starfall that used to be too laden with wasps hives to even pass through. It was just too dangerous. You could lose too many people. And now there are almost no wasps. And one of the stories we heard from another wandering group was that some great, unbelievably huge and powerful beast was seen stomping through the wasp hive, eating them all, ripping up their underground hives, pulling out their larvae, tearing their queen in half and eating her alive. It annihilated most of the wasp hives in that region. That was
Sounds
only a
similar
few months ago.
Sounds similar to what we'll be seeking. That is definitely the information, and I thank you for that. In return, I tell you that Starfall, while perhaps not as safe as being within our caravans, should be safer now for visitation by our kind.
That is wonderful news, they think. They are skeptical, as is the way of your people, sort of suspicious and maybe even pessimistic, but they believe you. They want to. And they
There
say,
will
"Oh,
still be some turmoil to come, but hopefully soon that will end and things will become somewhat stable. More like the old days, one might say, when the Sovereign was young."
Shayu says, "We heard that the Technic League stronghold essentially exploded. What we wondered at such a purportedly powerful and self-described intelligent group of people could meet their end at just a bunch of explosions."
Mistakes were made.
And pride, and arrogance, and a drive for revenge.
And tornadoes on people's houses when they're having dinner.
Less of that now.
Okay. Well, they thank you and refill their water. They seem to pull out multiple canteens out of backpacks, pockets.
Hurricane winds were thrown around.
That's true. Everywhere they have a surprising amount of water they carry on themselves for long desert journeys, and they are very thankful to fill them all up.
One last thing. A long shot, but amongst your close family, did you have one named Jiro?
Shiro.
Does DM remember?
DM remembers. They
Okay, sure.
say Jiro is of one of the eastern clans that passes around Scrapwall. Is he not?
Hopefully I can find him. I promise to sing his tales at the fire.
Ah, he is past then.
Yes. Thank you for the information, and enjoy the water, and hopefully soon the profitable place to stop here in Starfall.
It is already very profitable. We are glad to meet you. We will be back this way in 2 months' time if the weather and the fate holds.
May the road carry you gently, and may the songs be joyful.
May the oasis be near and well mapped. They shake hands and leave.
Yep. So, north. Place to start. Obviously, we'll have to spend some time searching the area. I doubt whatever range this beast wanders is small, but it's a starting point.
Let's see. We haven't been on this map in a long time. I don't know why the rover icon is busted, but we'll get rid of that. You guys are all on your old stuff. Let's clear this out. And voila.
So were they talking like past the river or just past the
No,
mountain?
they're talking fairly close. They are suggesting this kind of region.
Okay.
Northeast of Starfall. east-northeast of Silver Mount itself, really 30 to 50 miles away. Not an incredible distance. And Doom area is so flat, you can line of sight teleport for like 15, 20 miles at a go.
Yeah. That's kind of scary that something that powerful and that rampagey is maybe a day's travel away for it.
Yeah, I mean, if it came to Starfall, Black Sovereign would kill it and eat it.
Yeah.
He has done so before. There's a reason they are his favorite food. He's a psychopath. So,
Yep.
let's see. These tokens those are fine. We don't need these. What is this broken graphic? Oh, it's the...
So the question is, do we want to try and teleport into the area, or do we take the rover? It should be fairly charged at this point.
I just realized something.
Okay.
What would that be? Okay. I guess that's it.
Sorry, I had a thought. It kind of like blinked out.
Well, that happens. Happens to the best of us. There we go. I have fixed Eldrin's death monument icon down here. Okay.
He's not wearing the shades.
Oh, that's true. I do need to deal with it, shades.
I've never seen that character's token before.
Oh, he's something.
He's been dead for years.
Months, actually, but...
That's not even the most recent Enrique dead character.
Yep.
I think so. Well, actually, I don't know. Gavrilo was pretty epic, too.
Did I, do we know anything about the creature itself? We seem to know very little. We know it's big and dangerous.
Kind of check
Perhaps-
is that?
Akron spent some time in this city. Is it safe to assume I have a library card?
A library card, yes. You with your technically... Well, the trouble is the greatest repository of knowledge was the computer drives at the Technic League compound,
It's
which
been blown up.
are in a giant pile of rubble and may not have survived.
Oh. Well, library ought to do. Surely someone's written a book about giant monster.
The thing is, the Technic League has ruled this place for over 100 years, and they don't let anybody else have books that talk about this sort of thing. They kept them all to themselves at the aforementioned Technic League compound.
Which we blew up.
Yeah.
Damn,
These
knew
guys
that
blew
would
up.
bite us in the ass one day.
Oops.
All the eggs in one basket, and then drop a A10 barrage on that basket.
Okay, so we know almost nothing about this monster.
Well, you guys can roll. It'll be a very difficult knowledge arcana. You should, maybe for the first time in 15 levels, pick who is the primary roller and aid them.
I have a plus 20.
I don't think mine's that good.
I got +5. I will aid.
Plus 15.
Oh, okay. I don't think mine's that good, is it, Toby?
Your knowledge arcana, sir, is 16.
I have a +2 untrained. I'm sure I can help.
No.
Okay. So Crodden and then Brow and I can assist?
Yeah, it sounds like Brow and Oberyn automatically assist. You don't even have to roll. So, Akrodin, you are +4 on your check.
Here goes. 10. Perfectly average.
Okay. You visit some stored
Oh, I guess
items
+2.
you yourself have found before. And among them was it's a data pad, but you could never crack it. And it was in the possession of a couple of Pathfinders who specialized in rare monster cataloging. Long story short, you bring out this data pad, show it to Cass. She cracks the password on it in about 5 minutes, and you have a essentially portable library of rare monsters of Numeria. And so with your 34, you dig up that the Juvie Tarrasque, which is not a Tarrasque, is a... Generally, the category they call it is colossal. Most of you would come up around to its ankle. It is sort of a biped / quadruped. It can move either way. It has a giant, like, dinosaur or dragon-like head, leathery, armored body with lots of horns and spines. Let's see. I'll just show this to you guys. Where is it? There you go. Boom.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's a Tyrannosaur.
Its arms are too big.
Oh, God. They buffed Tyrannosaurs.
Damn!
The description of the beast is obviously it's very strong. It's very armored. It takes supposedly an entire barbarian tribe to bring one down, but if they do so, they are treated to multiple sets of the greatest, most prestigious armor you could possibly have in Numeria. Its claws are as sharp as razor blades and penetrate DR as if they are adamantine. Its teeth are similar, and it is magic resistant. It is resistant to acid and fire. It enjoys hot, dry environments, such as Numeria. And it is immune to... thought to be immune. Not verified, but it's thought to be immune to paralyzing effects.
Does it have any, are we currently aware of any documented ranged capabilities of this thing? Does it have like a roar?
Some of them have a... It's rumored that some of them have a sonic roar attack. Some of them can even have a breath attack of various elements, usually acid or fire-based. But they're all a little different. They're one of those beasts where there is no documented study on how they're born or if they reproduce or where they come from. And generally, when things like that are running around in the world, it's assumed that some insane wizard somewhere did it. Wizards take a lot of blame for that.
That's
With
pretty
good
funny.
reason.
Rike, it is resistant or thought to be immune to paralysis, petrification, slows, things like that. And it is too big. Creatures of this size are very often immune to, just from their size category, immune to things like polymorph. And then it's resistant to acid and fire. And it may breathe acid and fire, but they're all, again, there's maybe half a dozen of these recorded ever. Mostly in Numeria, but also way south near Alkenstar in that desert. And not a lot is known about them.
So I just thought of a way we could get this meat in without having to sneak it in.
Okay.
I'll bring it in.
You want to take credit for the kill?
Yeah, it might be give me some good graces with the sovereign. He may even, I guess, thank me for bringing him something like this.
Possible. And as far as we know, they haven't seen your face, so.
But you're not talking over anybody, Enrique. We're really not hearing you much. I think your internet connection is just poopy. So
Yeah, it seems like it.
I'm watching Discord chat to make sure I don't miss anything you say.
Okay.
But yeah, right there I heard you fine.
Yeah, I heard you say it seems like it. That transmitted.
Yeah, it's just been in and out, so oh well, I'll do my best.
Okay, so what next?
Like I said, do we want to teleport there, or do we want to take the rover?
I don't think we want the rover anywhere near that guy.
So I'm
Teleporting
thinking
would be
we go
Don't you
huge
dare let
Ulfred
somebody
and
steal
let him
the
have it.
truck.
Huge Ulfred man fighting.
Yeah.
Juvie Tarask.
Maybe.
Just wrestle it.
Okay, so it's not a full-grown Taras.
It is
not a
technically
real
just a
threat.
nickname.
Yeah.
I could beast shape
Okay.
4 into some giant monster.
Yeah,
You could just
this-
have big slugfest.
Kaiju fight.
I'll go. And I'll go. Huge size. So it'd be up to its knee.
That's it? That's how big this thing is?
Pretty much.
Jeez.
It's immense. It's a building. I think we'd probably be best served by all being like flying and blasting it with
Yeah.
whatever ranged capabilities we can muster. Melee with that creature looks like instant death.
Yeah, colossal is the size of like ships and stuff.
Ooh.
And like dragons, like ancient dragons.
Toby says we stand as tall as its ankle. If you wanted to get real sweaty about it, I think we would all be flying out of its reach, blasting it, and we would space ourselves out in a circle around it so that it could only ever catch 1 or 2 people in a breath or sonic attack. And then whenever you get hurt, you would tag out, and we would just fly around it and drill it to death. Maybe we can buy some like adamantine arrows or something here, since this certainly has monstrous DR. That's what I'd do.
It's immune to fire. Is it immune to electricity? Do we know?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
It is resistant to magic.
Oh, so it's gonna have spell resistance. Okay.
It's gonna have good spell resistance.
Yeah.
And you said it spews fire and acid?
It can.
It
That's
might.
the rumor.
It might.
So I have a quick question for you, Beard. God damn it, Toby.
Hell yeah.
So, the Void Vortex, how often can it fire that fireball?
Once a day? I don't know. I think I wrote a charge formula in for it.
This creature
4
eats.
times a day.
Okay.
This creature eats everything.
Yeah.
What if we fill a taxidermied cow with plastic explosive?
I'm gonna get a drink while you guys enjoy the next phase of planning here. AFK 1 minute.
It worked in KOTOR 1.
Oh yeah, you do. Would you kill a rancor like that, or is it the
Great
Great Dragon?
Both.
Yeah.
Both technically, I think.
Such a good game.
The only problem with that is getting the signal to it and hoping he swallows it whole and doesn't like chew it.
Fine, I'll be bait.
Okay.
I don't think
What's
we
the
could.
favorite food of the Juby Tarask that we need to hunt down?
We have to go on his favorite food.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it seems like its favorite food is anything remotely edible.
I would love like a chain of just keep going to hunt. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh God.
you guys get where it's going.
Yeah, it goes on forever until we're like hunting rats in
It'd be
someone's
amazing.
basement to catch a cat, to catch a dog.
Yeah. It'd be perfect.
You guys are hands down the most juiced out group of adventurers I've ever seen or heard of. So if you want to man fight this thing up close, I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's the safest or most efficient option.
I mean, the thing's so big. If you just put me on its back, I can just start backstabbing it.
Yeah, I
it
like
probably
that.
can't hit me.
I like that plan, but so little is known about these creatures.
Yeah, we don't know if it has blind sense or life sense or anything like that, do we?
Or if, what
Yeah,
if
I
they're
was wondering
really
that too.
flexible or fast? And also its arms are so much longer than I would expect. It might actually be able to like reach on and grab you. And that would be really bad.
Yeah, I do have even less hit points than the sorcerer.
What if we rammed it with the car you guys have?
Mionda would kill us.
How about we put a gun on the back of the
That'd be awesome.
on it and just like chase it or
A
go
gun
high
on the
speed through
truck?
the desert. Exactly.
And
Just
you
keep
kite it?
shooting it. Exactly. Kite it through the desert.
Okay, that's the coolest option.
Yeah.
Where can
I
we
think we
find
have
a
that much
starship?
ammo though.
Where can we find a spaceship cannon?
On a spaceship.
Was
Player could point to the mountain we're next to, but the characters don't know that.
We could.
Back.
The coolest plan you missed was affixing some sort of large gun to the space truck and kiting the beast across the desert, shooting it in the face.
The truck has a big gun.
No, that was not the coolest plan. The coolest plan was to go hunt down whatever this thing's favorite food was.
Oh, God. That was also a plan.
And then we realized it amazing.
The truck does have guns attached to it.
Oh, it does?
Chain guns and missile launchers, I believe.
It's immune to fire and shit, right?
Yeah, but it's force damage.
Yeah, very subtle guns.
We can try it. Do we think that there's going to be other people in the area that, like us shooting these loud guns?
You
will
better not hurt the truck.
I don't think so. That what my kin said, there was so many wasps in the area that it was impossible to get through. So I don't think there's gonna be any people in the area.
Are these like regular sized wasps or
Giant wasps?
Human-sized wasp.
It's even better.
Well, they're now the wasps aren't there because this thing's eating them.
Good.
This creature ate them all.
Oh.
Or it's probably in they're still probably there. It's still doing it.
Greatly reduced.
So it likes to eat wasps.
That's what I'm saying, man. It eats wasps. You put anything in front of it, fill it with bombs. It'll eat the bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I do have a bunch of Silex and stuff on me.
So do I. But again, like I said, the problem is getting the signal to it. I don't know how strong how strong a signal we got to do for it to get through its body for it to set off the trap, assuming that the detonators and all that stuff survive being eaten.
Castnet has gone pretty significant distances before, right? Like when we're flying and stuff like that.
Somewhat, but if you remember correctly, the bomb we set up before to kind of cover our tracks didn't go off, and I had to go back and set it off because we kind of got out of range.
True.
It has excellent range if there's line of sight out in the desert.
Okay.
There's that range, but there's also, will it penetrate all that flesh?
If it's inside, that's where it's more squishy.
Yeah.
You try and take an explosion from the inside.
Could we get around this with a
Wait, are you guys
contingency
going to
spell?
have it eat Ulfred and then detonate him?
Not Ulfred, but maybe a cow or something.
You fill a cow with plastic explosives. The plastic explosive has like a contingency spell that amounts to a 5-minute timer. Put the cow out there. Cow get munched. Cow go boom. Donkey go
That
wee
works.
snaw. Cow go moo.
Yeah, I vote. They're all cool plans, but I vote either huge Ulfred attacking its kneecaps, or maybe the car for the guns.
Fuck it. I'll take us kneecaps.
All right, we got both knees.
Roger, both knees.
I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can get? I'm looking for a specific metamagic rod, but I doubt this town even has one.
Which one is it?
Oh God! Now I gotta remember the name of it.
All right. This concludes your ride tangent for the third act here. When you think of it, let me know. We'll figure it out if it's available. Okay, so does that mean there's a plan, or was there?
We had a bunch of plans, but I don't know. What do you guys think is best? I think Operation Wasp Bomb is kind of silly, probably, and too much effort.
It is more effort. We have to acquire a taxidermied creature.
Yeah, we'd have to find an expert taxidermist.
No, we don't.
Create that.
Or just use a living cow.
No, we don't use a living cow, but we can. I don't think it needs to be alive or perfectly alive. Given how not picky this thing is, I think as long as it's relatively fresh, it'll eat it. I mean, a lot of predators will eat prey of opportunity.
He's right. Just buy like the entire stock of the local butchery, put it all in a huge bag, stick a bunch of bombs in there, and leave it out in the desert. Teleport it to the desert by itself.
You have to complete Operation Exploding Cow to complete Operation Dino Harvest to complete Operation Heel Burger to complete Book 5 of Iron Gods.
Oh my god.
See, it's a plan for a plan to get a plan to execute another plan.
After this, we still have to kill the crones. Maybe we feed the crones to this thing. Would that work? Do 2 at once?
Yeah, but then he'll just replace the drones.
It's heel burgers all the way down.
So, this is a long shot.
Yes, I forgot Operation Murder Old Ladies.
Is there a ride of this somewhere?
Ascendant spell. No.
God damn it!
I'll give you a little secret about me and dungeon mastering. Whenever I see the word mythic, I stop reading. I fucking hate that shit. I didn't play Wrath of the Righteous because of that shit. There'll be no mythic spells in Iron Gods.
Okay.
We've already murdered a deity in this campaign, and we didn't need any fucking mythic bullshit to do it. We just needed a good old pistol crit.
Yeah, it's got to be hella expensive anyways. 5 slot levels.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I think the simplest respectable plan would be to either fly around it blasting it, or everybody gets their favorite ranged attack ready and we get in the rover and kite it and shoot it with the rover guns and with our own guns. And then if it catches us, everyone needs to already have a fly spell on them to rocket out of the rover instead of dying. Giant Ulfrid is super cool. That is a super cool plan. I think it's instant death.
Yeah, probably so.
I think it's like 2-round death.
If it's a real Tarask, then yes.
It's a juvie though. Not a real. So
Yeah. I can probably take it for a few rounds.
and
I
then
can
just
take
fly
it for a
away.
few rounds as well.
I definitely cannot.
And we can have everyone else
Yeah.
sniping from afar.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's like all of us flying and just shooting it out of its reach. It feels kind of sad.
I mean, I guess I could be with Spacebone.
Sure.
What if we like buff to shit, set up where we want to fight it, park as far away from it as possible, since I think it will see us and start immediately running at us. While it's running at us, we blast the hell out of it. Maybe we, set some traps ahead of time or anything if we want to get frisky. We have giant Ulfrid beat it to death. We get to shoot it and stab it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, go out to max range. Just keep pelting it with stuff.
I'll just set my taxidermied cow along its intended path, and we'll just see what happens. We'll just, maybe the other, maybe the other phase of the plan won't come up.
Oh boy.
Oh, so we are doing both?
No, no, I was just kidding.
Okay.
We don't have to do the taxidermied cow. There will be
man.
another time.
I can't tell if people actually want to do it or don't.
No, I think we have
I'm getting incepted here.
I think we have a pretty solid plan. So I'll put up protection against fire. Someone could put up protection against acid.
I can do that.
Is the truck to be involved?
Yes.
Yep, because they
Yeah.
want firepower.
Plus,
Damn, that truck is big.
Could we get someone to drive the truck in circles around it, shooting it the whole time while we're stabbing it? Like, keep the truck out of harm's way, but keep shooting the monster?
Vandali could do it, right?
Hey, it's Manda.
Uh-oh.
If it's all the same to you, I'll drive that tanker.
Let's bet more of our friends on this operation.
Actually, where is... Wrong accent. Here we go. There you go.
If it's all the same to you, I'll drive that tanker.
Right accent and everything. Nobody? Road Warrior? Okay. Movie this whole campaign based on. It's no big deal.
Sorry.
I haven't seen it in years.
God damn it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time. Furiosa was good though. I think you should give it a shot.
I will definitely see it at some point.
I might go do it myself, though. I've heard it was good.
Okay. So, we are going to hop in the truck, which means the truck is coming to Starfall, or we are going to go retrieve it from where Mayanda's hidden it outside of town.
Yeah, exactly. It was here because it was part of the assault.
Yeah. It was back underground, though. She had Tokala's people stuff it deep under the ground so Unity couldn't.
I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
Does anybody have imbue with flight?
Nope. Fresh out.
Maybe we can get a scroll or something. I don't know. That way we can imbue the truck with flight.
Flying truck.
Too big, too heavy. You're lucky I let
Doesn't
him
look as
fly
cool
at this
anyway.
point.
I always hated the flying cars in Harry Potter too.
Yeah. Fucking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is to blame, I think.
Ruined my fun, why don't you?
Hell yeah.
The guy who created James Bond wrote that.
Oof.
Harry Potter?
No. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I know. Ian Fleming?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly into gadgets. Okay, so we're loading up in the truck. We're driving. Tokala's people will let you out of a tunnel east of town somewhere where you won't be seen by Starfall people. A truck will rise up out of the earth, triumphant. Loud as fuck, as always. And then what else is part of the prep?
Do I have, like, a gun? I got almost no ranged capability. Anybody got, like, an old combo?
Can't you cast spells?
Yeah, this thing's magic resistant. You know, I got a few spells.
I forgot to ask him, what is the range on this bow?
I think it's a longbow, so like 100-foot base increment.
So 110?
10.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to take the penalties. I could shoot from further than that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I have an anti-tank missile launcher. What the fuck?
It might be
Been a
helpful.
while. It's been a while since we played this
And
game.
I've got 4 fucking missiles for the damn thing.
Yeah, those are actually very heavy.
Who's doing what pro energy? I can also do, pro, oh. Yeah, I can have one pro energy communal.
We have acid and fire right now.
Did you say it has a sound attack? Can we do protection from sonic attack?
Some
Can
of
you
them.
do that one?
I think you can do all of them except force.
I wouldn't mind if you guys do force. It doesn't make any sense that you can't do it. I think it was just an oversight when they piled on more elemental types in the later books.
No, I'm pretty sure it's intentional because force tends to do less damage, but it always goes through.
Okay. I would believe that too. In Rollmaster, it would be the Fall Crush table. There was no DR versus basically gravity.
I guess throwing on stone skin is not going to help, because if it's you know shit as adamantine.
It tends to pierce DR with its physical attacks. Yes.
I will bring Pro Energy Communal Force. Or I guess Sonic. Is Sonic different from Force?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And Sonic
Okay.
you can do, and I yield to Ulfred. I think Force is not intended to be protectable.
With some exceptions.
Because there's like nothing except like a really specific obscure dragon that actually gets force resistance.
Ah. Well, we'll
Field
just kill
spell
that and wear
protects
it like a
against
suit.
force, I think.
Just magic missile specifically.
So,
Okay.
it is currently, after all this research and information finding, it is 10:30 at night. Do you guys want to rest and start this adventure in the morning? Do you want to go out at night hunting the super beast?
No.
Yeah, we'll wait till the morning.
Okay.
It probably sees better than I do at night.
Well, Stark Vision's pretty good, but it's not better than Olbrin's Dark Vision.
No one's better than Open at anything. Sheesh. Come on.
Whoa.
Get on board.
Whoa.
Sounds like Ulbrin needs his drow ego put back in check.
What are you talking about?
When are we gonna get him that
Is Ulbrin
tiara?
still? Does he still wear like the impeccably clean white gown everywhere?
Yes.
Yep. The wedding dress.
It constantly prestidigitates itself, too. It's permanently perfectly clean.
I'll be right back.
We got Pro Fire, Pro Acid,
And Pro Sonic.
Pro Sonic. Don't have a buff for that yet, so.
I will make one. Let's see. Duplicate this Pro Electricity. Okay, Ulfred, here's your Pro Sonic buff. Nomcat, here's your Prot Sonic buff. Luna, here's your Prot Sonic. Mr. Brow, here's your Prot Sonic. Akraden, here's your Prot Sonic. Prot Sonic, Prot Fire, Prot Electricity, that's what you're running?
No, prod acid, not product electricity.
Ah, fuck. I gotta make another one. Alright.
Don't forget about me.
I started with yours.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then I'm copying it to everybody else. There it is. Okay.
Are we basically going to call it here for tonight? Because I got about 4 hours of sleep and I'm crashing, to be honest.
Yeah, we can start this next time. That would be fine. We will attempt next time to knock out Operation Dino whatever and Operation Heelburger.
Operation Dino Diner?
Dino Diner. Episode title, maybe.
No, that would be next time.
Yeah, what would be our episode title for this? Plan Fest?
Plan Fest 2.
Hell yeah.
Murder the Crones.
Murder. Well, that's the other thing. You got to murder the crows.
Yep. But we
Murder-
do that after. We do
But-
that after we bring the meat back.
But Murder of Crones is a good episode title, also.
Yes.
I'll drive that tanka.
I'll drive that tanka or plot thick.
And
What? Plot thick? Is that what he said?
Yeah, THICC. I tried.
Not an explosion because that's what we're doing.
Not an explosion is a good title.
little bit niche, but explosive re-permitting denied. Or no, explosive remodeling permit denied.
Yeah, I like anything along the theme of not an explosion because that first plan was amazing.
Well, I wasn't thinking in terms of like putting 3 tons of silex in
Yeah,
there.
but Nomcath is this kid that grew up out on the plains, you know, living in tents, sitting around a campfire, and he comes to the city. He's like, well, we blew up one impregnable fortress. Let's blow up the other one.
I said I wasn't thinking that far. I was just thinking along the lines of, you know, enough things to blow them up before they realize anybody realizes that we're there, and then we get out of there.
Wait, are we coming back to the taxidermied cow plan?
No,
I always like this
thinking,
plan.
we're going to quit here in a second because we don't want to start this until next time, and some folks, Rye's got to go to night shift, and Nomcast's wearing out on us. So we're going to pause here in a second, but we're trying to think of an episode title. What's the
Taxidermy Cow Blues.
Taxidermy Cow. If you want, I'll have an AI write a song about that.
I was trying to think of something that rhymes with diarrhea for explosive blank, but nothing does. I googled it. There's no good ones.
I googled it.
That should have been the name of the episode. While me and Alfred were in the slot bag.
Triple plan burger? Is this a plan for a burger?
McPlanolds? No?
McPlan? I like Plan Burger, kind of.
What about Plan It with the apes?
Except most of our characters aren't human.
Yeah. By the way, actually, I wonder if it would work in chat. Hang on. Oh, sorry, I sent that as Ulfred. That's not fair. I didn't mean to. I had clicked on you last time, so. There you go. Korea. Amnesia. Euphoria.
Criteria. There we go.
Criteria. Chlamydia.
Superior. Yeah. Yeah, none of those quite do what I wanted. Explosive Castellaria? No.
So far, my favorite episode title is Not an Explosion.
Explosive denied.
Not an explosion, yes. Let's go with that.
Explosive denial.
Explosive Euphoria? Euphoria?
What was the taxidermied exploding cow?
Yeah.
Silex Taxidermy Co.
All right. Well, I'll pick one of these and post this in a bit, and we will see you all next time. Let's see.
GG, lads.